Hi, this is A. Whistling. That ain't even tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Topic I'm going to talk to you today about is Housewives Tea. In this episode of Housewives Tea, I'll be continuing the Kenya Moore and Brittany Edge story. I started on the last episode. I also will be talking about uh, Kieranna trying to give a defamation case against Jassi after she said what she said before the reunion. I also will be talking about Nene's new man and her response to the fans. I also will be talking about the cast for the Real Housewives of New York reboot cast photos. I also will be talking about the Carol Wozniak woman only being a friend of. Also, we talking about Denise Richards having to pay her husband. I think it's alimony. I also will be talking about uh, the leak, uh, the leak, um, the leak taglines, or at least two of them from Atlanta. I also will be talking about the descriptions of the Atlanta women and how they're going to be performing on the show. I also will be talking about Also, we talking about Candace said that that after she saw what Lisa Rinna said, she said Bravo. She said Bravo took some money out of her check too for what she said on Twitter. And also, Lisa Rinna said that she burned up Andy Cohen's book because of what he wrote about her. Those are just some of the topics I'll be talking about in this Housewives tea. Let me pause this video right quick and get some water. Like I said, Kenya Moore got on Instagram and said that all of the lies about her owing money for rent, they were just lies and fake stuff. It's the other way around. The um the people that who she's renting from, they were supposed to pay her money, pay her pay her back money for fixing up the place, $5,500. They never did pay. They never did pay her that because there's some kind of clause she said about the owner. The owner is supposed to reimburse her some fee if the renter has to fix up the place and stuff like that. And she was saying that they never paid her her money, and so that's why she really don't owe no back rent. And then a couple of days after that, she mentioned, Britt Eddie's name. And like I said on my last video, Britt Eddie said she tired of people using her name for clickbait and stuff like that. And so she was saying that if she was saying in a thing that she liked the new cast of Rohan, and she was supposed to be on Rohan for cast 17 for season 17, but because of the stuff that's going on, people looking at the kind of stuff going on with Britt Eddie and that lawsuit. And like I said in my last video, and people say, oh, she dropped the lawsuit, maybe Kenya can go back. No, she refiled it at a federal level so she can get more money and stuff like that. And so she was saying on Instagram that if it won't be me, it'll never be you. And then right after that, people started posting that Britt Eddie was at this women's conference in Atlanta, and like I said on that video, she looked good, she sounded good, and stuff like that, and she was lit, and she was less nasally. I don't know if she got a new doctor to fix her nose and stuff, but she sounded real good, very professional. And she was talking about how she got into the insurance business, and she was talking about how she was a model and stuff. And she was saying how she's good at marketing and social media, so she's using that now as a platform. And I was saying that's one of the reasons why Kenya Moore was envious and jealous of that woman. That woman is younger than her. That woman is younger than her. That woman looks better than her. And what it is, she's not doing what Kenya Moore and she's not doing what Kenya Moore and Nene was doing when they got off the show. She rarely talks about Bravo, and the only reason why she mentioned the Real Housewives because she was just referencing some people might know her from that, but she wanted people to know her for her business savvy, and she did a real good job. And so And so I think that's another reason why Kenya is mad and upset and jealous. Because even though Britt Eddie is not on show, she's getting judged because right before the reunion last year in 16, she put a little outfit up there what she was wearing. Next thing you know, she was getting all kind of modeling gigs and stuff like that. So Kenya trying to be mad and mad and envious and try to blame Britt Eddie, but you did that to yourself. Just like Alex said, she did that to herself. And so this is what Britt Eddie said after, after Kenya said what she said. And this is what Britt Eddie said. She said, for the past 2 years, I have dealt with ongoing harassment and unwanted behavior from the public and and the same individual, someone who publicly associates themselves with Bravo. I have stayed quiet. I have stayed quiet and focused on healing. I have chosen not to engage. But let's be clear, any continued comments, subtle shots, and public mentions are attempted to provoke me needs to stop immediately. At this point, any continued behavior is intentional and reckless. Everything is being documented. And I said, oh, that's right, Brittany. That's right, Brittany. Because she was throwing subtle shade at that girl, that whole, uh, live. I didn't see it, but I saw little clips of it on other people's channels and stuff. And I was saying, I'm so glad I didn't, because I was gonna go back and watch it for myself. But when I saw it on other people's channels, I said she is, and mostly everybody was saying she was just regurgitating what she said last year. And it was nothing new. It was nothing new. And right after she did that live, now she did that stuff about Bud Eddie. About 2 or 3 days later, last week, they said that the judge ruled that Kenya had to be immediately evicted from that place, and anything that they had to do with more. I think it says more ink or more management ink. Everything has to be out of that place about a certain date. Anything that have to do with more ink and her stuff is not out. When she come there, they're gonna have the marshals come there. They had a whole thing online, and I think I have it in my screenshots of the eviction notice and stuff like that. So like I said in my last video, I know Kenya's sitting up fuming. If she would have just let the thing play out. She felt that what you call wasn't doing enough for her. She could have had them to do something else. Not film with Brit Eddie or do something. But anyway, she can't keep blaming everybody else. On another note, uh, Nene had um. Nene had put out this thing with this guy, and she was out on a date with him, and stuff like that. And they was hugging and kissing. I was saying, seemed like he didn't even want to be in the picture with Nene. And then after that, he people started looking up his people started looking up his people started looking up his her stuff and found out he had some kind of misdemeanor stuff going on. And she was saying, well, everybody has something in their past. Everybody has something in their past. She said, don't be looking up this man past. She said, anyway, we're not in a relationship. I'm just dating this man. I'm just dating this man. I can date him. I thought about right after Greg passed, I never dated anybody. I always was with Yanni. And me and Yanni is on a break right now. I'm going to take a pause of this video and I'll be right back. I'm back. Here it is. It says, Denise Richards ordered to pay estranged husband Aaron Pipe Aaron Piper's 5,000 in monthly spousal support, and will also cover his $25,000 attorney fees and an additional 5,000 to pay for a forensic account. And I said, that's a shame. Because I remember when she married that man like 2 years ago, she told me he was he was a businessman and an entrepreneur and he had this and he had that. And then when I looked at him, I said, I don't know. Is Denise faking and telling stuff? So what it is, he going after her Bravo money because I think that's one of the reasons why she was doing a what you would call like a guest starring role on Bold and Beautiful for a year and a half, because that's right after she left. That's right after she left Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now that she came back, and I did another video about this where he was telling the judge telling the judge that they should look into the money that she's making from the Housewives show. But this is a shame that she has to pay this man all this money and sponsor support and stuff. They should have just gave him the sponsor support because he already getting $5,000 a month, and then plus you got to pay his attorney fees and stuff too. He was just a gold digger and a cheat and stuff like that. So it's like she paying to get rid of him and stuff like that. That's why I don't like these divorces in these big cities like New York and Chicago and even Atlanta a little bit. The way these divorce laws and stuff is going, she shouldn't be paying them nothing and stuff like that. On another note, yeah, this is what I said about Nene Leaks. Nene Leaks says she is not in a relationship with Arthur Horn III, wants people to stop bringing up Arthur's past. I just mentioned that a few minutes ago, and I just read it right here. And yeah, it says Peter Thomas has been released from prison and is currently under community uh, confinement supervision in Miami. I forgot to put that on my last one too. And yeah, it says Lisa Rinna makes amends with Andy Cohen after burning his book, clarifies her a comment about playing a character on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Um, this is the cast description of the ladies from Atlanta. It says Portia Williams steps into a new era of her life, and now her divorce is final. She is she is approaching approaching a relationship and dating and open, and she also has life possibilities, including not one but two potential love interests ready to introduce to the group. When it comes to sister friends, some bonds remain rocky. She is committed to keeping a positive mind, or at least giving the best shot. I'm gonna read this kind of fast. Pinky Cole joins the group, bringing her signature boldness, and business savvy energy. The entrepreneur behind the $100 million slutty vegan empire faces a new phase after losing her business and having fought to buy it back as a wife to an equally successful husband. Pinky supports her rise and supports her rise, all while managing life as a mother of five, CEO on her own share of sizzling plant-based food. Kelly. Kelly for real balances motherhood and career dating in Atlanta drama like a pro with her oldest daughter heading off to college. Kelly faces a new chapter as she continues to expand her business with the ongoing of her second restaurant location between heated conflicts and enduring self against salacious rumors from within the group. Her personal life, she proves she can juggle it all and come out strong. This is the last one, and then I'm going to end this video. Shamia Morton Manigal is ready for a major pivot, investing in herself never before, and launching her own young company known as triple threat. Shamir finds that stepping into entrepreneurship proves more challenging than expected. Lingering tensions between Portia and clashes with Drew create ongoing drama amidst all of her fertility journey. And then this is about Angela Oakley. And it says Angela Oakley speaks her truth and holds the ladies accountable. Coming off last season, she and her husband Charles Oakley are stronger than ever and have navigated life and family together. That's just some of it. And that's just some of it that I'm going to read. That's all I have for this celebrity roundup video. This is Abe Wesley. That ain't who tells like a TI is. I am out.